TicketsCAD NewUI v4 needs 4 things: PHP version 8 or newer, MariaDB or MySQL, a web server, Apache, Nginx, or the built-in PHP server in development, and the NewUI source code. On Windows, XAMPP bundles all of that. On Linux, install via apt or yum. On macOS, MAMP or Homebrew. We'll demo the Windows path first, then point you at the Linux variant. PHP 8.0 or newer. 8.2 or newer recommended. Required PHP extensions: PDO, MySQL, OpenSSL, mstring, JSON, and zip. Most distributions enable all 5 by default. If one is missing, the install runner tells you which: MariaDB 10.3 or newer, or MySQL 5.7 or newer. Disk space: start with 5 GB free. The codebase is small, but uploads and weather tile cache grow over time. A static IP or hostname your members can reach. Local network is fine. Public internet works too if you put it behind HTTPS. Module 16 covers that. Download XAMPP from apachefriends.org. Pick the version that bundles PHP 8.2 or newer. Components: keep Apache, MySQL, PHP, phpMyAdmin. Drop the others if you don't need them. Mailhog is optional, useful for testing email but not required. Install path: stick with the default unless you have a reason. The path matters later for cron jobs. Run the install. Wait. When the wizard finishes, open the XAMPP control panel. Start Apache. Start MySQL. Both should show green. Browse to localhost. You should see the XAMPP welcome page. If you do, the stack is working. Open phpMyAdmin from the XAMPP control panel. Create a new database. Name it NewUI. Collation UTF-8 important for emoji and international names. Empty database. We'll fill it in step 7. Create a database user. Nanai NewUI. Pick a strong password, write it down, you'll put it in the config in a minute. Grant all privileges on the NewUI database. From the command line, navigate to XAMPP docs and git clone the NewUI repo. This puts NewUI in examp/htdocs/NewUI. The dispatch URL will be localhost/NewUI. If you don't use Git, download the zip from the releases page and extract here. Same destination. Key files. config.php at the root, you will edit this next. Tools/installfresh.phpe, the schema runner that does the heavy lifting. Tools/createadmin.phpi creates your first administrator. The SQL folder holds per feature migrations, but install-fresh calls the ones you need automatically. You will not run those by hand. First, copy config example.php2 to config.phpi. The example is the template, and the real config is gitignore to keep your password out of the repo. Open config.php. There are only 4 things to edit: the database settings near the top, as plain PHP variables. $db host. Localhost for the standard XAMPP setup. $db name, $db user, $db pass. Match the database, user, and password you set in phpMyAdmin. That's it. 4 assignments. There's no base URL key and no encryption key setting to edit. Paths are derived relatively, and the encryption keys under //keys are auto-generated on first run. You don't touch them here. Save and close. From the NewUI directory, run install fresh.php. The runner walks through the schema, adding columns, creating helper tables, seeding default data, idempotent, safe to rerun. Toward the end, RBAC v2 schema, permissions catalog, default roles, time tracking schema. X applied, Y already in place, 0 failed. That's a clean install. If anything failed, the line tells you what. Most common, missing PHP extension. Install it via hpe.ini and rerun. NewUI ships with no default admin account, no admin/changeme, nothing to forget to change. You create the first administrator yourself. From the NewUI directory, run createadmin.php with a username and an email. If you don't pass a password, the tool generates a random 14-character 1 and prints it. Copy it now. It's bcrypt hashed in the database and can't be recovered. It assigns the superadmin role and legacy level 0. Browse to localhost/NewUI. The login page loads. Sign in with the username and the password you just copied. Dashboard, empty. No incidents yet, no responders. We'll add those in Module 11. And in login settings, you can turn on forced password change for new users, so future accounts must reset on first login. Verify the install. Run the test suite, phptools/testall.phpe, and you should see every test pass. For a deeper schema and seed report, the upgrade post check works on a fresh install too, phptools/upgrade/post check. It prints seed data counts, schema state checks, a permission matrix, and key settings, each schema row marked with a checkmark or a missing flag. If it ends with overall, healthy, you are set. Common problems. Upload/directory needs write permissions for the web server user. On Linux, chmod 755 and chown to www data. MySQL 8 strict mode rejects empty datetime strings. NewUI handles it at connection time, but occasionally a stale install hits it. The fix is in db.php, already applied. Missing PHP extensions. Run preflight to find. Edit php.ini to enable. Restart Apache. Note, zip is commented out by default in XAMPP. Enable it for backups. If you are running NewUI under Docker, open Settings and set Tile Mode to Proxy. OpenStreetMap blocks referrer headers from Docker hosts, and NewUI Docker image does not set this for you. It is a manual toggle. Linux is the same recipe. Different package names. apt install Apache 2 MariaDB server PHP phpMySQL phpMBstring phpZip. Edit Apache Vost. The rest is identical. Recap. XAMPP for Windows or LAMP for Linux. Create the new database and user. Copy config example to config.php and edit the 4 database variables. Run installfresh.php. Create your first admin with createadmin.php and copy the printed password. Log in. Then run testall.php to verify. Up next, Module 10, upgrading from legacy v2044. If you have an existing TicketsCAD install, that's your path. See you there.